Interpolation modes. Just know that the last interpolation mode is actually linear, not vector. So a little bit of a difference, not much. You know, it's still a straight line from point to point, but a vector can go in both directions, and a linear can only go in one direction. So that's the difference. But now that we've renamed that linear, which is just here, we can go on to assigning these to the different types of interpolation. So let's go to Bezier and go down here and hit A. Make sure the Z location is on. Go to Key, Interpolation Mode, and let's go to Bezier. Not much changed, right? Because a Bezier is already kind of the built-in stock default. Okay, right now we have 3 Bezier curves. Let's go to Constant. Again, make sure only Z is showing. And go to Key, Interpolation Mode, and go to Constant. In this case, there is no curve. It's either up or down, on or off, 1 or 0. Let's go to Linear. Hit A, Key, Interpolation Mode, and let's go to Linear. Now in this case, we have a point, a straight line, and then a point. Now let's look at what this plays upon the animation real quick. So let's hit play. As we look at the 3, you should know that the Bezier has this flow to it. It has a buoyancy. It's almost like there is force, but it's almost like a comeback force. And that's kind of like how a ball is. When it bounces down and then bounces up with the same amount of energy. Okay? Here, on or off. There is no status between the mid at all. So it doesn't know what this middle is at all. It just goes up or it goes down, but it doesn't understand middle. Lastly, the linear understands up and down, but only up and down as far as like I will get there and I will get back. I will have no force interacting on me whatsoever. There is no gravity, there is no wind, turbulence, anything. There is no force here that can stop me from going up and down. Here, more like there is some kind of force or buoyancy or something like that attaching to the ball to making it slow down when it starts getting from here to here. And if you watch these long enough, you'll see that the differences. You'll have them in front of you and you can kind of study them. So which ones do we use? And the answer is all 3. You know, well, constant not so much, but the other 2 we use all the time in animation. I've devised an exercise so that you will get used to changing the interpolation of things. Because we can actually change the interpolation anywhere we want. Let's say we do this. Let's stop this. And let's say these 2 points right here, we don't want the interpolation to be linear. In this case, I would attach it to this one, and then go to Key, Interpolation Mode, and then we can go to Bezier. And you can see that it's now a Bezier from here to there, but it's a vector from here to there. Okay, let's try that again. Let's go to this one. Let's go to Key, Interpolation Mode. Let's go to Bezier. Okay, not much change this time. Let's go back, change this one to Bezier. And you can see this little rocker arm. Well, the little rocker arm, if I want to attach that, I can click on it and hit G, and now you can see that I can have it go down at a constant path, but then when it creeps up, it needs some kind of power to get that way. And the further I go over with this, the smoother the curve, but then it gets kind of ridiculous. Okay, let's look at the animation now. So you can see it goes down, but then it needs some kind of energy to pull up. Alright, So now you know that you can change the interpolation on just about anything at any one point in time. I could change this if I wanted to. There we go. So now that we have that down, let's look at the exercise I provided and figure out what we're going to do throughout that exercise.